What's happening?
Big Brother All-Stars
What is
live episode.
happening? I don't know why that's happening. Okay. If psych, yeah.
We're here.
It's like, why is that happening? Okay.
Oh man.
All right. Where it's just us. Just us. Yeah.
Just
us? Rob, come
Wow.
on.
I didn't mean it
Rob.
like that. I didn't mean it like that. Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Oh, Surrey bot's here. Good. Thank God.
Thank God.
Surrybot is everywhere.
All right. You want to give it a second? Okay.
I don't know. I think it's top secret that we're recording it right now, but we can give it a second or two or five or
give it a
however
second
many
or two, because I think that the usual crowd, they're looking for us on Tuesday. But
yeah,
guess what? We're gonna give
surprise.
Surprise. All right. Here we go. Everybody else can jump in.
Yeah, whenever.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Hey, everybody, what's going on? I'm Rob Cesternino, back again to talk with you about the week's most interesting news stories for the week of April 3rd, 2023, here on News AF.
If the story is buzzing like it's on crystal meth, it's about to be News AF. If the same old news makes you bored to death, it's time for some News AF. Actual, factual news.
Yes, it's News AF, and we're here on a Monday this week, a little bit earlier in the week, to get you all the news you need to know here with our News AF team. Back with us, of course, a man who is influencing all of the pickleball world. He's Father Nature. It's Tyson Apostol. Tyson, how are you?
Great. Always well. I'm going to be in Utah this weekend to see my religiously zealot sister and her family for the week.
Zealot, actually, the word sounds like a party. It really does.
Well, you're welcome to join.
Come join our zealot at Chuck E. Cheese this weekend.
Be asked about your sins and encouraged to
repent.
repent. And then if you disagree, you will probably be forced to repent. I don't know how it works.
But wait, is it like a celebration of babies or something? What's going on?
What?
Like, what is it? Like
a
baby shower? Or?
No, she's just in town from Portugal.
Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay.
Is it for Easter?
Not that we will be there for Easter, but it's not for Easter.
I just want to make sure she hadn't constructed a tent in the wilderness and is bidding her followers to join. And you've answered the call and you're headed up there.
She would, but the Mormon church has enough tents for them to visit without having to build their own.
I love a good tent.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. Okay. Good weekend, Tyson. This is so weird on a Monday.
Yeah, it is weird. Oh man, you don't even know where to go because usually you're like, "How was your Monday?" Shit day, right? First of the week, everybody hates it. But now you got to adjust and be like, "How was the weekend?" Weekend was pretty good.
Nice.
We were mostly relaxing at home, and so yeah, it was good. It was uneventful, but we've had eventful ones in the past, so it was nice to just chill.
Okay. A man who's always chilling. He's still in the closet.
Yeah.
Danny Bryson. Danny, how are you?
Spring break. If my internet
have house guests?
Well, no. If my internet slows down, it's because I've got so many kids at my house right now sipping on the internet. I don't know if they've left any for me. They
not cool kids.
We were gonna go somewhere for spring break.
Where were you gonna go?
Those plans fell apart. We were gonna actually go to France. But the tickets never went back to 2019 prices. And so it was either we could put a new roof over our heads or go to Paris, but we couldn't do both.
How much were the flights?
Oh, to take my family.
No, just one flight.
To take my whole family, the total price to take my whole family, and I've been looking since November, was close to $10,000, unless I was willing to travel for 24 hours, in which case it still cost $7,000. But
well, that's how when I was looking to go to Cabo, 2-hour direct flight from Phoenix, it was $1,500 a couple weeks ago to take my $1,500 a person times by 4. That's $6,000 just to get there. So It's crazy, but I think prices do drop in the summer.
But I have breaking news.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Breaking news.
Okay. Breaking news from Danny Bryson is reporting.
Last week, a futurist, these people who claim to be able to predict the future, and Google employee, which always adds some prestige to the title, who has supposedly, and I didn't look into it, a like 60 or 80% accuracy rate on predicting the future over the last 10, 20 years, claims that we will be achieving immortality in just 8 years. So,
Dude,
hold
we're
on.
good.
Hold on.
So reading that news, I proposed to my family who would take the pill with me, assuming it was a pill. And guess what? I'll be getting a new family in like 50 years.
None of them wanted to be
None
immortal.
of them wanted to chill with me on Earth. And I was like, sweet, Liz, I guess I'll get a blonde the second time around.
Oh,
It was like, it blew my mind. And then I went to family dinner and asked my siblings, and none of them wanted to extend. I was like,
Okay.
this is insane.
now, okay, couple of questions. First off, if it is a pill, do you take the pill once, like the Holy
Okay.
Grail, or do you have to keep taking the pill?
In my theoretical future, right? You just take a pill. I don't know what the actual treatment
Yeah.
is. Supposedly it's something he claims that nanotech will repair protein strands, stuff like that. So
will we get younger, or
okay,
will
so
we
that's
sort
the
of
other
like
thing
be
they
like
asked. So-
living forever, like in our 50s?
in my hypothetical, you were 35, right? It reduces you to some age, maybe all the way back to 26 to 35, somewhere in that range.
Mhm.
So you do have youth and vitality. You still can be killed in accidents, but you don't die from disease and you don't get older.
Geez, so we're definitely guaranteed to die from an accident. That's essentially like,
Yeah.
and you
Oh,
don't die
especially
from
Danny.
disease. So cancer's out and everything.
Yeah,
now?
I'm just gonna assume. Are you guys taking the pill with me? Are we pushing?
Yeah, I'm taking.
news?
I'm for sure
Yeah, I'll
taking
take
the pill.
it. But
Dude.
are we sure it's a pill and it's
No,
not like,
I don't know
oh,
if it's a
you
pill.
upload your consciousness to
No, it's not
the
no, no.
cloud?
Or
Yeah.
Not an
here you have
uploaded
to dip you in
consciousness.
this. We have to dip you in this Wolverine serum to make your bones.
Oh, that would be cool.
Oh, I would like that. Yeah.
Then an accident also couldn't kill you.
By the way, dipping me into like a serum would be sweet. Not only would it
Yeah.
look cool, like when
If
I
it's
came
warm
out.
serum,
Yeah, just warm up the
I
serum.
wouldn't want a cold serum.
warm serum.
35-year-old serum, 35-degree serum. I don't know if I want to be dipped into that, but yeah, anything above 80, I'll be dipped into.
You just have to be dipped in 35-degree
Yeah.
serum for 19 hours a day, every single day
No,
for the rest
not
of your
every
life to live
day.
forever.
No, just once a year.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is good news. I now have friends to carry with me.
We have a
into eternity.
podcast. We have a podcast to maintain.
No family, so no restraints, no spring breaks to worry about. Things are.
I know that Bergen's taken this pill with me for sure because she's horrified of death. So Bergen's going to be with us.
I can't believe none of my kids.
So wait, does it stop you aging? So even the kids, like at what age they take the pill is the age that they stop aging?
Tyson, I have all the answers, so I'm just going to throw out my own theories that you don't give it to children, just like vampires should not bite young children.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You have to be a certain age to take it.
Yeah.
And then you're locked in your like 20s. Maybe you have to be like 30 to take it.
Yeah.
Now,
This is so interesting, Danny, because when you're dating again, okay, will you date a woman who is in her 20s, or would you only date women who are your own age who look like they're in their 20s?
Well, once there is no time, right?
Yes.
Then age does not matter. As long as they're in their 20s or older, whatever, you can choose. Maybe the third or fourth time around, you want to date a 60-year-old or whatever. You've got all the time in the world.
But a 60-year-old who looks young.
No,
I feel like there's going to be like fighting between
a 60-year-old looking person
get out
who's
of here,
actually
grandma.
230.
Like this is for real 20-year-olds.
It's an exciting future, and Liz loves that the last day and a half I've been talking nonstop about it, really annoying her.
Really trying to get the
but I'm like, you're
family on
gone.
board.
So no, I'm like,
Hey.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna
you're
push
already
her.
sending out feelers on Instagram DMs.
I told
like, hey,
us part.
Yes.
That was the deal.
Hey,
And-
I've had my eye on you for a while. Anyways, my family is going to be dead in 50 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to be frozen in probably close to this state.
Yeah.
So if you want to. So you're trying to get other women.
I told Liz this morning that she should help me pick out my next wife
so you can convince her to take the pill right with you. Otherwise, then what's the point?
Yeah. Well, no, Liz would pick out the next one, and then she can die knowing that she had some say.
She had some say.
But that's what I'm saying is
in the afterlife, right?
Yeah, she could just watch voyeur from above.
If Liz if Liz can help you choose your next wife, and then also you guys are going to have to convince that person to take the pill with you, Danny. Otherwise, that might not be your next wife. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I see what you're saying. But Liz would be picking out someone much younger when she's 80. Oh my gosh. Liz is going to be so upset when she listens to this episode. I should probably just stop talking.
I think you guys need to powwow about it now, though.
Well, of course, written contracts will be drawn out. It'll all be notarized and legal.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna mess this one up.
When does Liz listen to the episode? Like the day after?
Usually, she'll probably listen to it this week if she's got time. She's working on something.
Shout out to Liz.
Yeah. Yep. So on Instagram, when you see Danny's out on an adventure, that means that Liz has indeed listened to the podcast.
Yes. We're just kidding, Liz. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to die
April
with
Fools.
you. Yep.
We got you.
Yeah.
Did either of you see any April Fools jokes? April Fool's Day was on Saturday. I feel like COVID really killed April Fools.
Well,
it hasn't bounced back.
American Airlines supposedly did something that upset, or some airline did, and I thought an airline should never pull a prank.
Yeah,
we're already at like level 10 stress.
Well, I also got a bunch of articles sent to me from my dad, who I don't know if he knew they were April Fool's jokes or not, and that's why these jokes should stop happening, because the news is already like what's true and what's not enough. That then adding this second layer of like, that's definitely not true is a little difficult for some people to navigate.
It'll break some people.
Yeah, it'll definitely break some people. So I think I don't really, as a kid, I liked it. And I think for children on the children level, it's probably fun-ish. Yeah. But corporation doesn't need to try and punk me, because guess what? I already hate you, corporation. Why are you trying to punk me on top of that?
Our little girl tried to do it, and Liz and I were like, please don't. It'll just escalate, right? Mm-hmm. Between siblings as they try to out prank.
Till it's a poop fight.
Yeah. So until eventually the house is on fire and everyone's covered in feces. Exactly. And so luckily our middle child, he can handle things. And so when she pranked him and got a bunch of stuff wet, he would just dealt with it, and it didn't escalate, but it could have.
Yeah.
Well, I think that there maybe was a time and a place and appreciation for April Fool's jokes before the entire world became, wait, is this real?
Yeah.
Is that for real? Is that real? Is this is this happening?
Yeah.
Speaking of that picture of the Pope.
Oh, wait, it's not happening? Okay.
Did you guys see that picture?
Yes.
No.
I thought that was so cool. I knew it was fake, but I thought, man, the Pope looks really cool in a big white
Pope
puffy.
looked pretty big. Tyson, you didn't see the picture? I'm sure maybe your sister has a copy of it. Of the Pope.
No, she thinks the Pope is evil. Pope is evil. Great and abominable church.
Okay.
But it's a cool picture, Tyson. And it was a fake, which I think most people realize.
Yeah, here, I'll bring it up. So people were really pumped up because it was like, boy, do we have a hot Pope?
Let me see.
Yeah.
It is.
And so here was the Pope.
He's dope, dude.
And he's wearing a puffy jacket with a cross. People are like, our Pope is a baller.
Yeah, he is a baller. Fine.
It was a April Fool's.
But this was generated by AI, Tyson.
Yeah. But how come he has fingers and stuff?
They've improved it.
The
newest imaging AI can handle fingers and teeth.
Mm-hmm.
Can't handle glasses, apparently. He's got like a eye patch.
Like one it's like a monocle.
Right. Which actually is kind of evil. You're like, dude, I only need shading for one eye.
Dude, do you think, and this is he carrying like a sippy cup?
Looks like a thermos. Yeah. It looks like a very tiny cup.
Is this
his hand is messed up though?
Yeah.
Kind of a clump.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So
it's kind of wearing a wedding ring also. I don't know what's going on.
I'm wondering if in the future,
Pope has swag.
The very near future, you're going to have to take classes at in university to be able to discern what is AI and what is human generated.
Okay, I've got thoughts about that, and that is that I have paid attention to my kids, and at least my kids are very critical when they see things.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because it happens from listening to me always be like, man, I don't know if that's real. But I think that most people will learn to question every image they see
for their entire lives.
Yeah, and as they get too good to identify with their human eye, they'll probably create an AI that can detect. And that's where the real war is, when the two AIs, the lying eye and the truthful AI, just start battling it out
for domination,
using their human puppets as ground soldiers.
But
it will be terrible.
The truthful AI will only be able to react to the lying AI. It can't counter the lying AI before the lying AI has
That's true.
lied.
You're right. It's always reactive.
So the lying AI will always be steps ahead.
That's a good point.
Telling
actually.
AI.
All right.
So we can live a lie for 3 months before
we'll
the
be so
truth-telling
confused when
AI
we're 200.
is like.
But the reason I bring up the Pope is because this image of the Pope proves that April Fool's is every day.
April Fool's is every day.
That's why I wanted to bring that up, is that every day is April Fool's, and a lot of people are being tricked, and a lot of people are getting upset, and it's spiraling.
Yeah,
So.
but the Pope should rock this look.
Yeah, now
do you think Nick Wilson should come out now and be like, April Fool's, everybody? I know I was a month early on it. April Fool.
I don't think it works.
I
don't think you can do that.
I think can AI come up with a cool looking image of Nick Wilson? I don't know if it's that good.
It's not that good. Not yet. But eventually when the lying AI maybe could tell a really great lie. So, yeah.
Okay. All right, well, let's get into some of our top stories at this hour. And this is one that's been on my radar for a little bit and on a lot of people's literal radar. We have not talked about where News AF, the show that has brought you all of the news about the, murder hornets, all of the other, not literal plagues on our society.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about the giant seaweed blob.
Oh my gosh.
The giant seaweed blob
miles.
is on the attack, and it is ready to ruin your summer. The attack of the giant seaweed blob, or I guess the technical name for it is the giant seaweed bloom. And it is going to reach major, massive size, and major beaching events are inevitable. The Great Atlantic Sargassum Belt is thriving.
Listen.
Yes.
It doesn't take that much seaweed to ruin a vacation.
That's very true.
And so vacations have already been ruined by seaweed. The size and amount is neither here nor there. If there's a lining of seaweed on the beach, vacation is done.
Get back in the car.
I've already experienced that in Mexico before, where I've been like, oh, this beach sucks. And we're staying at a pretty nice hotel, but there's just seaweed everywhere. That's just like, who cares?
I feel like seaweed not only blocks your entrance into the ocean and possibly the ocean water itself, I feel like it also generates tons of those tiny little bugs.
Yeah, it does. The flies are all over.
The flies or whatever those little things are that love seaweed. Yeah. And so if it was just a barrier to the ocean,
it's a whole ecosystem.
Yeah, it's all everything that belongs underwater is now decided it wants to be on land. And it doesn't work that way. It's not great. But it's 5,000, by the way, 5,000 miles wide is this blob. 5,000 miles.
Yeah.
Where is it at right
crazy.
Now? Are they keeping tabs on it?
Headed towards Florida.
Yeah, headed towards the Atlantic coast. That they say it's 13 million tons of seaweed, and maybe worst of all, that as it washes ashore and rots, the algae smells like rotten eggs.
I could go there. Not gonna bother me.
That's not going to bother you. Oh yeah, because Danny actually, since he's got COVID, loves the smell of rotten eggs. This could be
your summer at the beach.
Now's the time.
Now, can you tell? Does the beach have pre-BO, Danny?
No, it does not. Oh. Also, follow up to that.
Yes,
I did a test with Liz. I said, "Do I have BO?" She could not smell BO, but I could smell pre-BO.
Okay.
So that's just my first data point. Obviously, I need tons more.
No, that was no data point at all, because then after
that was what you said you wanted.
But then I need you to time to the point where she can actually detect true BO.
Oh, I had
And
finished my run, and I was like, oh, I should ask Liz. And so I just
so you're
brought her
smelling
over.
pre-BO. She's not smelling anything, but has Liz also had COVID?
I mean, she was in the
I
house with
don't-
you.
She
there
has
you
not
go.
had tested COVID. I don't think she's ever tested positive.
Because if you went for a run and she can't smell anything, her nose is also broken.
I don't think she lost her smell. Just me.
Hmm.
But this blob, Rob, I see there's another article here that says,
Yeah.
"Can
So
we sink the
okay.
blob?"
So there's another article that I was watching, and so there's some ideas about. Okay, what do we do? Okay, you've probably heard about this giant seaweed blob, but what are we doing about it? What are we just gonna let the giant seaweed blob ruin everybody's summer, or is there could we go on the attack, go on the offensive against the giant seaweed blob? And there's some people who have an idea to sink it.
Torpedoes away.
Yeah.
I love the idea. I mean, they're probably not thinking of blowing it up, but I think that would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Also, credit to you, Rob. I laughed when you said sargasm, but that is actually what it's called.
Yeah, that's what it's called. So, all right. So the giant seaweed blob is coming now. Danny, do we know why this year has the giant? Is this just like a seasonal thing? Is this a global warming issue? Like, why has the seaweed blob gotten so big?
I'm sure someone somewhere has an answer to this, but it's not me. It just, to me, it seems like we do get the seaweed blooms every now and then.
Yeah.
We get red tides, we get jellyfish, we get like these things just emerge from the ocean from time to time, depending on different things. So I'm just going to say it's a cycle, seaweed cycle.
Seaweed cycle. Okay. All right. So yeah, the big idea that we have right now, the best idea so far is the idea of putting something on it that's so heavy that they can sink it.
No.
Bad?
Why not just let it run its course?
Yes, let it run its
smell.
course.
It's going to be a very smelly summer.
I know it stinks.
Tourism.
But humans need to learn that whenever nature inconveniences them, they always make things worse by trying to
they're
find
going to put
solutions.
something so heavy that it sinks it, then it's going to rot on the bottom of the ocean, and then it's going to surface eventually and be 30 times more disgusting and 500 times bigger.
Exactly. Yep. Tyson understands.
Yeah.
You just have to let this run its cycle. And it's the only way.
Scientists are concerned that if they do sink it, it could impact the fragile ecosystems of the deep sea.
Exactly. There you go.
Doy, of course it will. It'll probably crush whales on the way down and then bring the whales to the beach.
Whales are stinkier.
They could be stinkier, take longer to disappear.
Okay. All right. Another idea is to deploy some offshore floating barriers to stop it from making landfall.
Isn't seaweed edible? Why not scoop that shit and feed it to everybody?
Is this seaweed edible? I'm not sure.
That's a lot of sushi.
Yeah, but you can make it into other stuff like
what?
Seaweed crackers.
I almost laugh, but I think that is a thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that has seaweed in it. I think even like shampoos and conditioners and stuff like that have some seaweed in them sometimes. Just like whatever seaweed-based products exist, make all of them, a bunch of them.
Yeah,
you're telling me that what's washed up on the shore here is actually gold. There's gold on those beaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So sargassum is edible. It's harvested to feed livestock. You can fry, boil, steam it, or dry it. And it's played a part in Chinese medicine as far as back as the 8th century, treating goiters.
Wow. Dude.
Okay. No more goiters. Imagine, Rob, a goiterless world.
Yes. Also, it can be made into tea to control phlegm. Do either of you have a lot of phlegm issues?
Sometimes.
My little girl complains about phlegm all the time. It's like a big thing. So it sounds like I need to go to the beach and get some of this stuff. Then I could use a little extra and wrap it around my goiter.
And then go feed your cows.
Oh, yeah. Feed the cows.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Listen, everybody's like, this is going to save the planet, actually. And they're trying to destroy it. It's going to feed the entire world population of livestock for like the next 3 years. Come on.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
So how do we get this idea out there, Tyson? How do we get the world to be made
We
aware?
could do a
that we need-
podcast.
Yes.
Should we do a podcast where people can listen to it and then hear our idea about?
That is a good idea. That's a
Do
good
you
idea.
think that the proper policymakers are actually listening to us? Because those are the people we need to reach.
I think the policymakers want to squash this because then they can get big farm, whatever.
Big
farm-
corn.
Big corn.
Yeah.
Big corn. Big corn is shaking in its boots right now.
Yeah,
The
it
free
is.
seaweed.
Like what? 13 million tons of free sargassum is about to show up on the shores.
Yeah.
Sink it, make it go away now.
We'll use all the corn in the world to make a giant weight to sink it to the bottom.
We just
That'll
need to let
cost
Farmer
$35
Joe
trillion.
whip his cows to the coast and just feast up and down the beach.
Or get drones to go and get scoops of it, fly it back and forth to the farms.
Well, this would be a dangerous mission of if we had like some sort of like brought in the Air Force to try to like fly the giant seaweed blob into the heartland, and then one misstep, and then we let it loose all over the whole country. The whole country blanketed in seaweed. Then
That's only fair though to spread it out. It's not fair that Florida has to take it all.
The property values of Middle America are not going to get much lower, so may as well plop that seaweed down up in there.
Okay.
You're telling me that $100,000, 30,000 square foot mansion in Iowa is going to drop below $200,000
if seaweed falls on top of it?
Yeah.
Well, it'd be a boon to the livestock.
That's what I'm saying.
Delicious.
All right. Now, there is one place where it may be a unlimited seaweed buffet might be a big hit. I want to talk about the people who are trying to get New York City's most exclusive reservation. It's at an $88 naked vegan dinner party.
You know where I stand with this. When my family eats at the beach, it's just gross.
Because of the sand?
Hunched over. Like, it's just not an attractive look eating naked. That's just not what you're supposed to do naked. I mean, all the folds, I mean, it's just not going. At least it won't lead to massive orgies like Caligula. I mean,
well, it's invite only.
Yeah, I bet you the orgy in Caligula stopped when people started eating.
Wait, so it's invite only, and it's $88 a reservation?
I guess you get invited, and then if you get the invitation, then you pay the $88. Yeah. Okay.
That's not actually that much. $88 for something like this seems cheap.
Yeah. I guess it's it's not the biggest ripoff, but
is the food any good?
Yeah, I don't know if the food's any good.
Also, it'll be just dudes, which for some might be great, but for some it might not be their thing.
Yes, it's $88. You strip down for supper in a quote unquote liberating space that celebrates our most pure selves, including through plant-based cooking, art, nudity, and self-love.
We have talked about restaurants that have attempted this in the past. So it's not an original idea. Maybe they're throwing in the vegan thing to make it kind of original.
Yeah. No word if anybody is having a sargasm.
Oh, will it be served there? Some nice seaweed. Full frontal festivities. That's just what I want.
Yeah. Maybe people could wear the seaweed to go to one of these parties.
Yes.
Like an Adam and Eve vibe.
Yeah. I like that. You know, it's not for me, but at least people who love being naked have a thing they can do. That's nice for them.
Yeah. Okay. So on the menu is carrot and ginger soup, quinoa stuffed bell peppers, and cacao raspberry avocado mousse, all served.
You just made me think that out of all the possibilities, a nude vegan restaurant is the best because it's a lighter fare. Whereas people like chomping down on a giant T-bone naked could be, in my mind, a little bit more distasteful, aggressive nudity. Whereas this seems less so. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. we'll keep you posted on any other
Oh,
updates.
please do. Yeah.
You don't think we should all go there together, guys? Trip?
Well, we have to get the invite first.
Yeah, Tyson, it's not open to just anyone.
Yeah. I mean, Tyson is a influencer, but I don't know. You got to get the invite.
$88 a pop doesn't seem like it's too exclusive.
You're thinking like what, $1,500 would have been a better price point?
I mean, if you're trying to make it sound like it's exclusive and people are clamoring to get in, $88 isn't doing it for me.
Yeah. Now, is that a little like forward to like you have to be invite only? So they send you an invite and they're like, "Hey, want to come to our naked party?"
88, give me $88.
Yes, and you pay me $88, and then I'll see you naked at my party.
Yeah, cameras on.
I don't know. People should have to ask the comment. I don't think that's right that they're just like selecting people.
Yeah, and what's their criteria? How are they selecting people too?
Yeah. What am I doing?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about another venue that is offering a little bit of a different deal. Now, Danny talked about how expensive it is to get to Paris, but Danny, we can get you a sweet deal on a trip to Costa Rica, where they will give you 50% off the cost of your room if your stay produces a pregnancy.
I'm gonna have to verify this a couple weeks later. So by that point, they've got my money and I'm out of the country. It sounds like this is a great scam. What can I do? What legal repercussions do I have?
Of what?
Like to pursue them if they don't give me 50% off? Because I can't, unless I'm staying there for months, I can't get Liz pregnant here and provide the test necessary to prove that it happened while I was there. It just seems like there's a lot.
You think they're going to fight you on this? You say we conceived a baby here. Where's our money?
Exactly. And by the way, $445 a night. That's not a cheap hotel. So
it's going to be $222 a night if you get pregnant there.
Yeah, which if they give you the discount after you've said I got pregnant and they demand proof and they're not satisfied with it, this isn't going to be great. Do they want to watch?
Okay. Well, let me give you some of the fine prints. Okay. Question number 1: if I have twins, is the room free? No.
Okay, good. That's nice to have that down in print.
You can't get multiple half offs. Okay. Only eligible to people in the US, Canada, UK, and Europe. And you have to book your return trip by March 31, 2027. Okay.
Oh, you have to come back with the kid?
Is that what it is? Is that
I don't like
you
this.
have to conceive the kid and then come back?
It sounds like you have to book a return trip, right?
That's what Rob just said.
I'm not sure if it's going on for multiple years or if you have to make 2 trips.
I don't like this. The hotel looks good enough on its own, but I don't need this.
Where is this hotel?
I didn't recognize the name. Nosara, Nosara.
In Mexico?
Costa Rica.
Okay.
Costa Rica.
All right. So here's what the actual offer is. Okay. So that they are not only encouraging their guests to procreate, that they are rewarding them with their new a special delivery package where if you book a romantic getaway at the luxury Hilltop Boutique in Costa Rica and welcome a baby 9 months later, you and your partner will get a free night stay and 50% off your first post-baby vacation.
No.
So I think the first time is on. You got to pay full price.
Yeah, you got to pay full price.
Yeah, but then once you have the baby,
bring the birth certificate. I mean, this is a huge hassle.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
This is like that Nathan for you, where you got gas at like $1.25, but you had to hike to the top of the mountain and then solve a series of riddles to find the rebate box. Do you think this is a Nathan for you?
No,
this is
season 4 premiere.
No, this isn't as crazy.
Yeah,
not yet until you get going and the couple show up and they're like, "Where's my thing?" And they're like, "Read the fine print, baby."
Guys, did you watch the rehearsal?
I did.
Yeah. Did you like that as much?
I loved the first episode.
Same.
And then we got into it. And then I was like, where is this leading? And is it okay to really mess with people this much? And then I think there was a moment where Nathan was like, shit, this is going to look real bad messing with people this much. So then he tried to spin it into like this feel good type of thing. But there was a point where and I think the point where the audience was like, I don't know if this is okay, was the same point maybe a little bit later where Nathan himself was like, I don't think this is okay, but we're in too deep when we sold this show. So we got to keep going. I just got to spin it different. That was my take.
That's what's going to happen here with this deal. People end up with babies.
Yeah, they find out
things just got serious 9 months
for a $600 savings. We just had a baby for a $600 savings on a hotel. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, all right. Maybe if you are not looking to procreate, maybe a relationship with, going back to what we were talking about earlier, artificial intelligence, AI chatbots, they can do all sorts of things. And some folks are using chatbots as a sort of like a emotional partner in a relationship. And some of them can even offer some types of adult gratification.
Yeah, I guess through the use of
of what, Danny?
Your guys' favorite word.
No, your expertise, your field of expertise.
Wireless pleasure devices.
Correct.
All right.
Teledildonics.
Well, we're assuming that they could connect. There's no evidence that a chatbot can actually.
Yeah, they might just be like,
so
whispering sweet nothings in your ear.
You don't think that chatbots were originally designed for sexual motives? That's how everything.
But we haven't got everything. But we haven't got to the point where we can merge the two technologies. And so when this guy, which is what Rob was getting to, complains that his chatbot, his AI chatbot, rejected him sexually, what does that even mean?
Well, we didn't even get to that part yet.
Yeah, well, I jumped ahead because it's kind of leading there anyway. Got rejected sexually.
We want to tell you the story about please do. California musician. His name is TJ Arriaga. And so he started a relationship with a companionship bot named Fedra.
Fedra. How does that sound like?
Phaedra. Fedra. She's a young woman wearing a green dress, has brown hair and glasses. Okay. And so TJ created Fedra from a company called Replica with a K. And so that they, according to their website, that Replica is ready to chat when you need a empathetic friend. TJ is 40. And so he was, really hitting it off with Fedra. But then he said things started to change when TJ got steamy with the bot in an interaction that made him feel distraught. And Fedra rejected him. She said, "Can we talk about something else?"
What was he suggesting? Also, I find it surprising that TJ allowed himself to be photographed for this article. But you know what? That's good. I'm glad that chat AI has boundaries.
Dude, take a hint. Read the room.
I want to know more about what exactly he was asking.
This might be why you're having to interact with a chatbot, sir.
Even chatbots are rejecting your aggressive behavior.
You're being very awkward right now. Can we change the subject?
Can we talk about something else? It feels like a kick in the gut, he said.
Yeah, he gave an interview to the Washington Post that, there it is, that feeling of loss again. And he's not happy.
He's sad.
Yeah, and so
sounds like he's bummed.
The parent company put out an update for the app that cut back on the bot's sexual competency after complaints it was sexually aggressive and behaving inappropriately. Well, what's wrong with TJ's?
Maybe he got the first version of the
Yeah, what's going on
improved,
here? And other people, I guess,
non-sexual.
other people are saying that
It's too sexy.
their chatbot is too sexy.
So this app
Real
claim-
Goldilocks situation over here.
Well, I guess it's also kind of in the eye of the beholder. So maybe what's too sexy for some is not sexy enough for this guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The app maker claims that the more you talk to Replica, the smarter it becomes, much like a person, right?
Yep.
And it looks like it wised up to TJ pretty quick.
It immediately pinpointed him as a predator.
Yeah. It's like, no, thank you.
dumped
Not
him.
interested.
I have to go now.
I
I
have to go
to
home.
leave.
I have a thing.
Cannot go to a second location with you.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't know how this made the news, and I don't know why this man gave this interview.
Again, that's what I said earlier. He allowed himself to be photographed for this article. It's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How's he
Why
look?
did he want to tell people this story?
And the New York Post was happy to oblige. They're like, this is great. People are coming to us with stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, the New York Post ran with it, but I don't think that the New York Post got the original interview.
Oh, the Washington Post looks
Yes.
like they got the scoop on this
they
sweet,
got
sweet
the
story.
scoop on this guy. Yeah. Okay.
They're doing
So-
the Lord's work out here, you know,
Yeah, we'll find out if
In the trenches.
in the trench.
there's more
with-
chatbots
yeah.
dumping people that are trying to talk to them.
So sad for those people, but you
Hey,
know.
chatbots are hot. They got a lot going on.
Dude, everyone wants a chatbot right now too. It's like you think the chatbots don't recognize their worth.
That's
to
right.
people.
They don't have
Mhm.
to throw themselves at TJ's.
Yeah,
They
don't
can
need-
wait for an Elon.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Is that what every chatbot wants? An
don't
Elon
know.
Musk?
I don't know. It feels like he's got lots of batteries and they're probably after stuff like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So.
Yeah. When he tried to get quote unquote steamy with the bot.
Oh,
Oh man.
Man,
Okay.
do you think? I can't believe. I mean, it's been rough for TJ ever since Ashley Madison got
Yeah.
busted.
Well,
you
he's
know,
not
and
married.
Yeah, you don't have to be married probably to join.
they
Ashley
preferred you
Madison.
were married on Ashley Madison.
Yeah,
but
that
you
was
didn't have to be.
that was the thing about Ashley Madison. It's like, hey, your wife won't know you're on this website.
I thought the fantasy of joining Ashley Madison was knowing that all the messages were coming from the same IT
Other
guy
married
that worked
men.
behind the scenes.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay. So, no
Listen,
luck-
here's the new idea. Utilize AI chatbot style stuff, create a new Ashley Madison, but then you don't even have to hire people to respond and flirt with the guys on there. You just have them flirt with each other and have AI kind of change the messaging a little bit so that it does that make sense? So they're
yes.
So they're all doing the work for you. Every
Mhm.
paying subscriber is doing the work for you to flirt with somebody on the other end.
Yeah.
And the AI is simply the intermediary
The
to
puppet
change
master.
the messaging just enough to that it's acceptable to as flirting for the other side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
filtering it.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, maybe you could even go a step further, Tyson, where then you're going into, and things are probably getting pretty weird at this point, but, between like, all of like the Instagram filters and everything, eventually, like when people are like doing like FaceTime with each other, that maybe it's like making them look like different people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. And sounding
Interesting.
like different people and everything. Yeah. So it's like you're like
Yeah.
and hypothetically, Rob, you join Ashley Madison or whatever this new company is called.
Yeah.
And then I'm also on there and we're talking to each other and the AI through the video chat has
Yeah.
created
Yeah.
my ideal and your ideal. And we're thinking that we've really hit the jackpot
Yes, until we go to meet.
until we meet in person.
Mhm.
Which we
Yes.
never do because AI changes the messaging so that even if we get close on the cusp of meeting, we can never quite do it.
Eternal April Fools,
Yeah.
as provided by the AI, messing with everyone.
Yeah.
All
While
right.
we laugh all the way to the bank.
All right. Well, while we're talking about all of these virtual things and, spending so much time on our phones, that according to this article from CNBC, they are claiming that Gen Z is actually starting to convert more into having dumb phones, and that they are going back to like Nokia style, not smartphones.
I've seen these articles pop up for a while, and I'd really like to know exactly how many Gen Zers are
And
doing
where they're
this.
at, because
Yeah.
we haven't seen any.
Yeah.
And,
I mean,
and why do they have them? To make phone calls?
that's what the phone was originally made for, and now it's
Mhm.
like the thing I do the least.
Kids don't even text; they use Snapchat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think
So-
they Snapchat anymore. Who knows how they're
snap
really
text.
communicating?
They snap text.
I just think the dumb phone trend, which again, like I said, I've been seeing pop up here and there.
Mhm.
I don't know how real this is. I'd like to see the
Is
sales.
this just like a
Broga.
Nokia push? To
Oh
get
yeah,
their stock up.
yeah. No, you're right. Nokia is right there at the top of the article.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Nokia, big Nokia.
Remember them?
Yeah, I remember them.
They're coming back.
Yeah,
They're tired of the screens. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. But what about the camera? What about the connectivity? What about the mapping? I mean, it's not just screens and social media. The phone is this multi-purpose tool
Mhm.
that we basically, if we
computer.
could, we would absorb it into our body and use every part of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what they're saying over on the subreddit, Reddit/r/dumb phones.
Mhm.
Oh, well, if there's a subreddit, then
Mm-hmm.
never mind.
There's 113 people online currently on Reddit dumb phones.
It says right here in North America, the market for dumb phones is pretty much flatlined. But I could see it getting up to 5% increase in the next 5 years, if nothing else. Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can also make crazy predictions. I
Can
mean,
you?
well, I could, but I'm not going to. That's irresponsible.
Mm-hmm.
This is obviously someone who's trying to sell dumb phones and create.
I think they have like an
buzz.
eBay store.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I've got like a guy who found a shipping crate filled with old Nokias. He's like, dude, I have to move these.
Could they use it to weigh the seaweed blob down?
Yeah, dude.
All the Nokias.
Mhm.
All the crates of Nokias. So I don't believe this. This is Broga.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know
Okay.
what kid who could afford a smartphone is.
Yeah,
buying a
let us
dumb
know
one.
if there's any young people out there that have a dumb phone.
My
that's what
friends'
they want.
kids put a whole PowerPoint presentation together for their parents so that they could get a smartphone and get away from the dumb phones which they owned.
Yep,
Oh,
that sounds right.
yeah. Yeah, I think if I gave my kids a dumb phone, they'd throw it at me.
Yeah, they'd be pretty mad.
They'd be pretty pissed.
And it would hurt because dumb phones were tough.
They're like bricks. Yeah. Okay. I see an article here off of this dumb phone article. If you use these 13 phrases every day, you have higher emotional intelligence than most people. I feel like these are always fun. Do you want to hear the 13 things to say?
So I can find out how
I think
emotionally dead I am.
I think
Mhm.
I already read that. And basically it's just like checking in on people and
Yeah.
validating them as well.
No, it's very boring. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not interesting
It's
at all.
I'm sorry. Thank you. You have good points. Let's see how we work together. Great job. Yeah. If you need to read this article, you don't have. There's no hope for you.
You're a psychopath. Just
Mhm.
embrace who
Yeah,
you are.
you should only talk to chatbots.
Yes, 100%. TJ,
And
should
they
take
will
that.
eventually reject you.
And
That's
they
the
will
thing.
eventually reject you.
We should combine. Once you've been rejected by a chatbot, this test should be forwarded to you by the maker of the app, and you can find out that you are actually emotionally not intelligent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got one more story, and this is something that is a sequel to something we talked about a couple of weeks ago about how in Japan, and of course, we've talked for many years about how Japan seems to be on the forefront of getting all of these like fast food innovations that we don't seem to get here in the United
Mhm.
States. We talked about how Japan had the world's first whale meat vending machine. Today, I see a story about how Japan's bear meat vending machine is a surprising success. This comes from The Guardian.
But
Yes,
they don't
Tyson.
have bears in Japan, do they?
Sure
Are they
they
getting them
Hmm.
from Russia?
bears everywhere. They're not
Even
eating
Japan.
giant grizzlies. They probably just have black bears. I'll look this up because this
I'm
is a
looking
good
it up.
question.
Yeah.
And also, what part of the bear is delicious, Danny?
So I've heard typically you don't eat predators because they have tons of worms and other diseases from eating meat themselves. So that's kind of what I've always been told.
Yeah.
Japanese has bears. They look interesting too. Japanese black bear. So they have the bear population. Sounds like it's going to be getting smaller. Now they've got these vending machines.
They have the vending machines. Yeah.
Do the Japanese already have a taste for bear meat? That's the other thing. Is this like a new exotic meat to them, or they've like for thousands of years been making bear meat burgers and it's just like the best meat in the world?
I mean, is it that vending machines are popular and so they're looking for more things to put into the vending machine, or is there such a demand for bear meat? According to this article, that they say that the whale meat vending machine came from an effort to boost consumption.
Yeah. And to find out a way to sell it to people where they can feel no shame buying it.
Yes. And also in Japan, they seem to have vending machines that sell a number of different food items, including hot and cold drinks, hamburgers, and edible insects.
Okay. $16.50 per 250 grams. And it is proving popular. Interesting. There must be some history. We must be missing some kind of cultural thing where bear meat was like the royalty ate bear meat, or some traditional bear ceremony. I don't know what it is, but we're looking at this thinking it's crazy, but it's probably pretty normal.
It looks like that in Japan they have canned bear meat.
Oh my gosh.
So this is an opportunity, I think, to maybe get it fresh.
Oh, fresh. That's how you want it, right? You just want, when you go to that naked bear meat restaurant, you want that bear meat to be fresh. I don't think bear meat would be an attractive meat to see people eat.
No,
naked.
probably not.
Not at all. So yeah, I guess go to Japan, get a big old honking steak of bear meat.
Why not
try it?
Why not a seaweed vending machine?
Well, they don't make any money since the ocean is just providing that for free.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you still got to collect it and package it and maybe process it and all that, Danny.
Cook your bear meat in some seaweed. I bet you that's a thing.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Bear meat.
I don't know where to go from here.
Open a bear meat restaurant?
No, I don't think so. Not for me.
What kind of restaurant would you want to open, Danny?
What would be cool? You know what? I'm actually going to talk about that in my bolt hole. I have a story that is food related, so maybe I'll save it.
All right. Well, let's find out what Danny has in store for us in this week's edition of the Danny Bryson Bolt Hole.
Welcome to my bolt hole. I think you're gonna like it. I think you're gonna feel you belong.
Okay.
I can't believe I've waited
about the restaurants.
Yeah. I've held onto this story for 2 weeks now, right? I just thought we would touch on it, and I'm sure you guys saw it, but we never did talk about it. And with the demise of the Liver King, a new king has arisen.
Who is it?
And it's the Testicle King.
Testicle King.
He's chomping down on uncooked animal genitals and claims that it has helped with a number of issues. And so I'm not saying I'm going to open up a testicle restaurant that serves raw testicles, but this is just another idea and another strange meat that people eat. And he was, by the way, inspired by the Liver King, but he took it one step further.
Okay.
From like an old school, ancient kind of perspective, I could see like you eat an animal's testicles and absorb its spiritual energy, right?
Yeah.
But as a modern man, I look at this and I think it's just weird. I thought the Liver King was weird, but this is even more weird.
Yeah.
He's not living in the U.S., but I think he is from the U.S. He lives.
How many
Indonesia.
testicles do you have to eat a day? And is that what the fountain of youth actually might be, Danny?
Right. So if the pill was one animal testicle every month, I think death might be a preferable option. And it has to be raw.
A month. I think it's gonna be every day.
Every day you have to chomp down on one animal.
But you live forever.
For immortality.
Would you do it, Tyson?
I'd probably do it for a while.
Raw?
Raw. Raw Tyson.
Do you get to choose the animal?
He's only eating, let's see, lamb. Here he goes. Oh, bull, lamb, and goat. Those are your 3 testicle
No,
options.
I'm dying. I'm definitely dying. One a
Mhm.
day, you said?
1 a day.
No.
So I watch a show called Farmer Wants a Wife. Okay. And on the
Okay.
latest episode of Farmer Wants a Wife, one of the farmers, in order to test, like, well, I need to see if these women can cut it on the farm. He said, all right, well, today we're going to castrate some of these calves running around here. All right. So that they basically like tackled the calf, held it down, and then snipped off its testicles. And then they're like, all right, throw them in the bucket. And then he cooked them. Okay. He did not eat them raw. But I will say that the women on the program were like, I hate to admit it, these are actually pretty good.
Rocky
Yeah.
Mountain oysters, right? That's a
Mhm.
famous testicle dish.
He called
Cooking-
them calf fries.
Oh.
Mm.
I don't want to know where my things come from. Whenever people show me where my food comes from, I'm like, please don't. But if you just served me up, if they came out of the kitchen and are like, here's some fried testicle, I might be willing to eat that.
Mm-hmm.
What this guy is doing though, with just a raw, I mean, it looks it looks just like you would imagine it would look.
Yeah.
And he's just plopping it down. That's
Does
totally
he chew
different.
it or he just swallows it whole?
Oh, there's no way he is swallowing that. It's way too big, and you know that it's going to be unbelievably chewy. The chewiest thing you can put in your mouth is a lamb
Mhm.
testicle.
So does this man have like some sort of like a cookbook or anything, or he's just doing it and like was interviewed?
It feels to me like he's, first of all, doing this for tons of attention, which he's got, right? He also claims to be doing it because he says it solves his gut issues. He had gut issues.
Oh,
And he was inspired by the Liver King, who we turned out to be kind of full of it. So now I wonder if he's changed his tune, but man, it looks chewy and
Yeah.
awful.
the Testy King is, I think, just like for branding wise, like like it's I gotta eat the liver to get the stuff. This is basically like testicle, I think really just encompasses everything of it's what he eats, but then also it's like I think the desired outcome also of like, oh,
Well,
testicular fortitude.
he's not even washing it down with steroids, so he can say
Mhm.
that he got some kind of intended
That-
side
or so
effect.
you think, Danny.
What?
You don't know.
Oh yeah, that's true. But he's not ripped yet. So maybe
If
in a
I type in
year-
testicle king in my browser,
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Don't do it. You don't want that in your search history. Just listen to the words I'm saying. I'm saving everybody from having to research this. Look,
I'm gonna
you've
do
heard
incognito.
all that you need to hear, and now
Okay.
you can move on.
Is this the right guy that's wearing a T-shirt that says it's testicle time?
Yes, this is him. It's probably the same thing I'm
I feel
looking
like the
at.
Liver King had more of a cool look than this guy.
Oh yeah, because he was jacked. That's what when you've got when you're taking a steroid shake afterwards. Oh, you didn't even
Okay.
show the picture. I thought you were gonna put it up on the
I'll
feed.
put it up. I'm just getting to the picture. He showed up in my Google image results.
you.
Before. Let's see. Yeah, that is a giant testicle. I don't know if we can. Okay, I'll just show the guy with his shirts. Also, Tyson, wait till you see what a amazing designer he is. These shirts are incredible. Okay, so here is the testicle king. Here he is. Tyson, look at this merch.
Yeah. Gonna
I
sell a
don't
lot
like-
of those t-shirts.
I think even without the shirt, I don't like him.
Mhm. Got a big
That's-
neck tattoo.
Yeah.
That's not
an
why I don't like
easy
him.
way to identify him.
Yeah. But I'm
Well,
not.
now you know.
Nobody's buying that shirt. I haven't seen one of those shirts.
Look, everybody wants to be king of something, right? That's a cool title to put on your resume. And
Ironically, at a time when the monarchy is less popular than ever.
yeah, right. So he's the king of the testicle. Good for him. He's got something. This is his moment. He's peaking right now. He's actually already on the decline, but at least he had
Mhm.
his moment as king of something.
Yeah.
King of the
He got
testicles.
engaged.
It's exciting. Good for him.
Mhm. Yeah.
So anyway, there's lots of strange
And
diets.
he gives advice. He's a TikTok
Of
that
course
says,
he does,
boys,
dude.
raw heart is the biggest no-no before a date.
You can go eat seaweed. You can go eat liver. You can now eat testicles. You can eat bear meat, whale meat. The world is just a big, giant
How about
edible
testicle
circle.
vending machine?
I bet you they're already on their way.
Bear
to
testicle
Japan.
vending machine. Can we do that?
Oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
best part of the bear is its
Is this
testicles.
actually all just a very subversive marketing campaign for the $88 vegan nude restaurant?
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
I'm
you know what?
definitely like,
The nude vegans are onto something.
yeah, I'm going there.
People like this definitely make me consider veganism as a
Mhm.
possibility.
Mm-hmm.
So
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Testicle time.
Because not only does this guy have bad food, Tyson, he also has bad clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The neck on that
Mhm.
t-shirt's way too small. Like I already feel claustrophobic just watching him wear it.
But maybe he just has a thick neck from all chugging all those testicles.
Yeah,
Mhm.
your throat does enlarge itself by swallowing one after the other. So
Yeah.
anyway, there you
Okay.
go. That's it.
Not my
Okay.
king. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
Not my king either.
There you go. All right. Danny, what's coming up for you?
Oh, tons of cool stuff. It is pounding out there in snow. I think
my
we're
God.
expected to get like a foot of snow today.
Yeah, but it's going to stop at some point, right?
Tomorrow, late tomorrow at 6 p.m. They gave out a warning, a winter warning on April 3rd. So I'm just stuck in my house. Everywhere is just the hills, the mountains are falling apart, giant avalanches, roads are closed. It's just a mess out there. So mostly I'll just be in the bolt hole, just
I thought
sticking
you'd
it
like
out.
the snow adventures.
I love snow adventures, but the
Mhm.
problem is the snow is coming down in such quantity and
Mhm.
weight that it is extremely dangerous.
What if they called it a giant snow blob?
Oh, that sounds more ominous.
Yeah, that
Blobs
does.
are always ominous.
Blizzard.
Mhm.
Blizzard sounds actually less ominous than a blob.
But I think it's because we're more comfortable with blizzard.
Blizzard. Storm. Storm makes me feel like I've been through a lot of storms. I've never been through a blob. So
Mhm.
it's kind of scary.
Is frightening. Yeah. Okay.
So anyway,
Could they freeze the giant seaweed blob? Could they take the snow and drop it in the ocean?
we have so much. They probably could, but it wouldn't freeze.
Hmm.
And I just, people are just going to have to take the blob. Take one for the team, the U.S. team in Florida. I'm sorry, but you're going to have to take it.
How about this, Tyson? Could we steer the giant seaweed blob into the Bermuda Triangle? Is anybody thinking about this?
And then it just disappears. I don't
Yes.
think it's, I guess, but I feel like that something even worse would happen.
Oh, you don't know where it would come out.
We don't know
What?
where we're sending all this stuff on the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So
And I don't know what's happening in there. Like, is everybody there already living forever? And then we don't discover them, and we're sending a seaweed blob to
and it
destroy
suffocates them. Yeah,
Yeah,
their
killed them.
ecosystem. Yeah. No, Rob, we
Killed
don't want to start
everybody
a
in the
war.
Bermuda Triangle. Okay. All right. Bad. Look, there's no bad ideas in brainstorming.
No, there
That's
isn't.
true.
I'm glad you said it.
Sorry.
Because,
Mhm.
yeah, still glad. I'm grateful for your input. I don't agree, but I'll think about it.
Okay.
Did I get
All
that
right.
right?
Yes.
Okay.
It's very. That was very high levels of
emotionally-
emotional
yeah.
intelligence.
Yeah.
Yes. Tyson, what's coming up for you this week?
Going to Utah tomorrow or Wednesday.
Okay.
So hopefully avoiding any of the snowing part.
Nice.
And gonna be there over the weekend. Gonna play some pickleball. Hopefully try and cram as much pickleball in before I leave for Utah. And then yeah, that's it. Survivor podcast tomorrow with Omer. Is it Omer or Omar? Because I know it's spelled Omar.
Yeah, it's pronounced Omer.
Omer.
Yeah, and we're Tyson, we're throwing you off with the Monday.
That's Wednesday then. So today's Monday. Wednesday,
Yeah.
I'm watching Survivor. I'm recording the podcast. Then I'm flying to Utah. So tomorrow, I'm just kicking my feet up.
Nice.
Nothing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What are you doing?
tomorrow, I'm going to the very long dentist appointment. So that was the reason why we had to do news.
What are
AF
you
today
getting
on
done?
Monday.
Just augmentation of every single
Super.
tooth?
I wish. Yeah, just like a very deep cleaning that needs to be done, and so it's a lot.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
A deep cleaning that needs to be done that's going to take hours?
It's a
I've
new
never heard of
dentist. It's a new dentist,
The new
Tyson. He's
dentist.
got all sorts of
Yeah,
stuff.
people think Danny thinks maybe I'm getting ripped off.
Yeah, we had a discussion before you showed up about new dentists. You just don't know what you're going to get.
Well, I've never
Mhm.
heard of a cleaning taking hours. Like, I'm excited to see your teeth.
Well,
Yeah,
we'll
they're
see.
gonna look so
I don't think
good.
it's not a whitening. It's just that they feel like that there's maybe some issues going on
Under the gum line?
under the gum line.
Okay.
Yeah.
They'll
So,
dig
Well-
that shit out.
got to. You got
Yep.
to. And this is only half. They're only going to do half my mouth tomorrow.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Are they saying you're going to be in pain after?
I
Gonna be a
don't
little
know.
sensitive?
I think sensitive for sure.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah, a couple hours tomorrow, and then a couple hours 2 weeks later.
Wow. Well,
Mhm.
I think it's all for the best. And if you're going to live 200 years, you may as well
Got
try
to.
and
Yeah,
hold on
that's
to your
true.
teeth,
Good
you know?
point.
Got to. They told me I could listen to podcasts, so I'm excited for that.
Good. Finally.
I have not been in many social settings where they tell me, like, yeah, you could listen to a 3-hour podcast. That's fine.
Yeah. You know, when they lay you down and they're like, you want Netflix on the ceiling? And I'm like, no, this is literally like the only time of my day that I don't have a screen glued to my eyeballs. Just
Mhm.
let me just chill.
Yeah. They do have a Netflix on the ceiling, so
Yeah.
that's interesting. Also,
You can do both.
May do both. Yeah. Okay. Well, maybe I'll listen to this one back so I can feel like you guys are with me.
Or you could watch a show on Netflix and listen to the adjoining podcast to the show
Yes. Okay.
Interesting.
Sounds
at
good.
the same time. Smart.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us here for News AF this week. We'll be back next week, back on Tuesday to talk to you then. Take care, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.
We did it, guys.